You're listening to The Swingdom, the champion podcast of the year. 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given, with your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
Whoa, what happened? You okay?
Huh?
You didn't point.
I'm fine.
I just did all the pointing. You didn't do any pointing.
Well, I don't know you're pointing. I can't see you.
We always point.
I was actually, you know what I was doing. You know what I was doing? I was admiring I was trying to get my shirt in the frame because I'm admiring it, and it feels really good.
Turtle shirt.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
The only thing better than a turtle shirt is a tie-dyed turtle shirt.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure about the tie-dye because I don't wear tie-dye, and I actually hate tie-dye. But it was, it looked a bit like, in the picture, it looked a bit like clouds. So when I got it, I was like, oh, this kind of looks really good. And with the turtles on it, it's a Hawaiian. So it's the Puma Hawaiian collection slow play shirt.
I thought it was like a Grateful Dead shirt because Grateful Dead has turtles. And it's tie-dyed.
They have bears.
I thought it was Grateful Dead. They also have turtles. Grateful Dead turtle tie-dye golf t-shirt.
No. It's so for our listeners who don't
I was just thinking
YouTube,
that. Look at my shirt. I'm wearing a golf shirt.
I'm wearing a shirt. So for our listeners, it's and then I guess we'll start the show. But it's like a sky blue tie-dye. It's tie-dye, but it's not like a pattern tie-dye. It's just kind of like splotchy. It looks like clouds, really. And then it has 3 turtles on it. 1 turtle's hitting a putt.
Yeah.
1 turtle's holding the flagstick, and 1 turtle's teeing off with an iron. And
so
it's from Puma. It's their Hawaiian collection.
Yeah.
And it's insanely comfortable, and I think it's dope.
Just to clarify,
I love turtle t-shirts.
Is the turtle who's teeing off, is he teeing off from the green? Is he leaving a divot on the green?
So I don't know, because the one turtle is putting, and it looks like the turtle in the middle is tending the flag.
Yeah.
But he's also looking over at the turtle who's teeing off like, hey, bud, our group's not finished yet.
Yeah.
You need to slow down.
I also like that they're ocean turtles. These are not land tortoises.
They are sea turtles.
They are sea turtles. They do not have claws.
Playing golf.
They've got proper fins.
No. They have flippers.
All right. So to fully enjoy this tangent, head over to the YouTube channel. All right, we should start the show.
Yeah, let's start it.
All right, let's do that.
You're listening to The Swingdom, the champion podcast of the year. 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given, with your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
Hello, and welcome to The Swingdom. My name is Ben Ridner. I am a 10.9 handicap, almost at 11. I've got my Cobra F8s. And I've got some Cleveland clubs in the bag as well. I'm here with my best golfing buddy, Gunnar. He is a 6 handicap. He's got Titleist clubs he's representing with the hat, and he also plays some Cobra wood drivers. Cobra driving woods.
Yes.
Metal woods.
Yeah, metal woods.
Metal woods. That's what they're called. So how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready. Did some club building this morning, doing the podcast, and then I'm gonna go play golf.
Yeah, well, I already played golf, and after this, I'm gonna do some club building.
Oh, we're having the same day. This is good.
Yeah, I played golf. I
Happy
played in
Monday.
my summer knockout match play.
Mm-hmm.
He got 10 strokes on me. And I played steady, competitive golf, and it felt so good.
Good.
I didn't play below my handicap, but I didn't make the mistakes.
No.
And I was scrambling really,
Mhm.
really well. So
Good.
I won. I won that.
That's what you want.
3 and 2 to go.
Nice.
Yep.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Congratulations.
No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you.
That's a good job out of you.
That's the headline of the news, by the way. That's the headline. Ben wins first round of Summer Gents Knockout, 3 and 2. He wins it. And then he came home and he had lunch.
I wish I could get into a tournament of some sort.
The thing is right, like, so the club that I belong to, they've got tournaments. Like, I've 3 Saturdays, 3 different tournaments. Plus then there's like 3 different like knockout tournaments. Then they do a Texas Scramble, they do a cross country tournament. Like, the fact that belonging to a club in the United States is so expensive, and like they also, like, it's so expensive they don't want to like have a lot of fun things. They don't want to like take up days having fun, is a real detriment to the sport over there. Like, it is so much fun. Like, I walk into the pro shop and my friendly owner, who we're going to try to get Tom on the podcast, owns him. He's like, "Hey, are you here for the summer?" And I was just like, "Yeah." He's like, "Great. Like, I'm putting you in 3 different tournaments. And then we've got 5 trophy tournaments, which is just single day trophy play. Like, and it's less than $700 for the year. It's less than $500, 500 pounds for the year. Like, it's
no, that's neat. Yeah, over here you have to kind of just like join into club championships.
Yeah.
At several different clubs if you want to play in a bunch of tournaments.
Yeah, so our club championship is next Saturday. Which is fun.
I wish I could be there to play, but I do have big news in a couple weeks because there's gonna be cool golf happening.
Are you going pro?
No, but we're going on vacation, so I'll talk about that at the end.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
So we might have to do the podcast from my phone.
That's fine. That's fine. So let's get to real news then, since we just talked about ourselves for 10 minutes, which we know everybody loves. But let's get to the real news. The only news that matters.
Yes.
Do you know what it is?
The PGA Tour.
Yes, but bigger than the PGA Tour.
I got nothing. I have 4 things for the news.
Tiger Woods is playing in the Memorial.
Oh, yes. Tiger Woods is coming back.
That's bigger than golf itself.
I give him no odds.
You give him, it's 1,000 to 1.
He's gonna be my long shot.
To make the weekends?
Speaking of long shots, I've been yelled at by 4 different people for picking Ricky Fowler as a long shot.
I got yelled at by 2 people for letting you pick Ricky Fowler as a long shot. So good.
It turned out to be a long shot. He didn't get top 10. Come on.
No,
hey,
no. He was top 8 on
Tiger Woods
top 8 Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It was looking good, but he fell out. No, big news. Tiger Woods coming back.
Tiger Woods is coming back.
Memorial.
Yeah. Justin Thomas says, Justin Thomas says, privately to Tiger when I guess when JT was the commentator for the match, Justin Thomas and Tiger Woods played in a practice round. And in that practice round, Justin Thomas told Tiger Woods he was too scared to come and play with the young kids, that the old guy wasn't going to be able to do it.
Did he really?
Yeah. Do you think Tiger's gonna bring the fire, or you think this is a warm up for November for the majors?
So I know that Tiger Woods and Justin Thomas actually have a real tight relationship, and Tiger Woods kind of took JT under his wing.
Yeah.
And they're really close. So I wouldn't be surprised if Tiger Woods comes out and kind of does the you know how Phil Mickelson and Bubba Watson respond to the crowd?
Yeah.
With like club choices, and somebody in the crowd like disagrees with their club selection, then they hit a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
And
They turn around and say, "That's why you're not here."
Yeah, they rub it in their face. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Bubba Watson once told one of the fans, bet you've never seen a 2-iron before, or something like that. It was fantastic because he, pinned it right at the flag.
Yeah.
I would assume Tiger Woods comes out, hits a beautiful shot, gets paired with Justin Thomas. I wouldn't
hope
be
they get paired for Thursday, Friday. I want them to be paired together Thursday, Friday so bad.
Yeah, and he just openly, knowing there's no fans, so everything you say is going to get heard.
Oh my God, yes.
Jabs JT a little bit. And Tiger's really good at jabbing golfers, not so much like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning.
No, last year, I think it was Memorial, because Memorial is one of Tiger's favorite. He's won it more than multiple times. He's won this.
Yeah, 5 times.
Yeah. 5 times, yeah. I think it was, he was paired with JT on like a Thursday, Friday, and he hits it about 15 yards past JT. And he just stops at JT's ball on the way to his and just goes, "No, that's not my ball.
Just look, you're right here.
That's your ball. Yeah, your ball's here. That's my ball up there.
You're here. I've got to keep walking." Yeah. That's right.
That's something we've all done at least once, and you always feel sort of goofy doing it. But it's nice knowing that even Tiger Woods does it to JT. It's like, oh, sorry, your drive was only 310 yards. Mine was 325.
That's right. You turn around, you look at your buddy and say, "Oh, it looks like you skipped the gym this week." Yeah. I mean, just fun stuff. I like it. It's going to be good.
So I hope we get a lot of that.
Yeah, that's definitely the biggest news. Some more big news from the PGA. Well, and before I say that, we kind of, I guess, announced too early that the Ryder Cup was canceled. But it was pretty official that the Ryder Cup was canceled for good until 2021. But they just this week officially announced it. So I guess we had that. We had that first, I guess.
No, because I read that. I read that on. We were like a week late on that. Because I remember the podcast came out 2 weeks ago, and then I called you and I was like, "Oh, by the way, the Ryder Cup is being postponed."
Right. Well, they didn't officially decide that, I guess, until this week. They didn't officially change the dates.
Well, you heard it here first.
You heard it here first. So
breaking news on the Swingdom.
Here first is that. That's right. We got it. And that's a big one to break. Not breaking news, though. PGA Tour cancels fans and pro-ams for the remainder of the 2019-2020 season. For good. No more fans at any PGA Tour event. I guess that still leaves the Masters, because the Masters is run by Augusta National.
Yeah.
And
are they going to put fans in that?
Open. I don't know. So from what I understand, that is left up to Augusta National.
Okay.
And the U.S. Open, because that's a USGA event.
Yeah. Can you help clarify this for me?
Up to the USGA. So the PGA.
No. I have a question. I know that. I know how the PGA, the USGA.
Say the question.
Oh, sorry.
You asked for clarity and then you stopped.
If the Ryder Cup is moving to 2021 and the President's Cup is moving to 2022, will that just be it indefinitely, or will they try to get them back to their original years?
So I think the plan now is to have back-to-back years with the Ryder Cup.
Okay.
But
that means you get rid of a President's Cup.
odd. No, I think they'll probably play both.
Okay, they'll play both in 1 year.
Right, because they played the President's Cup this year.
No,
They
played it
already
last
played
year.
it this year.
I thought they played it last year.
Well, in 2019, but it was part of the same season. Anyways,
You're
I'm
supposed to be
getting
clarifying this
tripped
for
up.
me.
Yes, I'm declarifying. I'm cluttering it now. No. So the Ryder Cup used to be on odd numbered years,
Yeah.
and then they took a year off, and then it went to even numbered years, right?
Yeah.
So they might go back to odd numbered years, but I think the plan now is to just have it in 2021 and 2022, which would be nice. I like that.
Yeah, cool.
I like the Ryder Cup, so why not?
I'm with you. All right. Any more news?
So, yes, we definitely have more news. Shout out to Haley Moore. We're big fans of Haley Moore here on the podcast. Since the LPGA Tour has been canceled, not officially like full on canceled, but it's been on hiatus. Haley Moore's been playing in the Cactus Tour, and we talked a little bit about her playing there.
She helped break in this podcast.
Month.
She was one of the first topics.
She was on the first. She was first topic on the first show. That's right.
Yep. We got your back,
Moore
Haley.
has been playing in the Cactus Tour. Yeah, we got your back. So she has played in 11 Cactus Tour events, and Cactus Tour is the pro mini tour in Arizona, Nevada, a couple of those southwestern states.
It's like single A baseball,
anyway,
like summer league baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you've got the New England, you've got Florida. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's won 3 of 11 events on the Cactus Tour. And she just won this week. She won the True North with a final day 10 under 62, and won by 9 strokes. That was a back-to-back win.
Can I just long shot? She wins multiple majors.
I think so.
I think she wins multiple majors.
And I also wouldn't be surprised if she didn't get the career slam in the LPGA Tour.
Okay. I think she's definitely going to get one major. Good. Yeah, she's good.
Mm-hmm.
She seems cool and like a nice person. She's tall. She's a tall person. That's what I got.
That's all you got.
That's all I got.
Well, big shout out to her. We'll definitely keep paying attention to her because she's great. Tony Finau is taking a break in Utah and goes out and shoots a 59 at Victory Ranch Golf Club. He was 14 under through 16 holes and bogeyed 17 to give him a 59. Almost shot a 58. That's not really news. I like 59. So
is that like with somebody? Is that's not part of a tour? That's just like.
He went out and played with some friends.
Was it? Yeah.
Tore it up though. I just like 59s.
The thing is,
so I'm always on 59 watch.
There's nothing wrong with 59s, but 59s have to be on tour for them to really like.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the only if you want to really wow me, really 59 on tour is hard to do. But you've got to, if you want to impress me that you're out with your buddies playing a game, swinging it around. How do I know you're following the rules? How do I know you're doing it right? Like you've got to shoot like a 58 or under to really impress me if it's just a round with your buddies. 59 doesn't mean that much if it's just me and you.
Impressive.
Were they playing preferred lies?
No, I don't know. I don't really care. I like 59s. I think it was just impressive to be 14 under through 16. I mean, realistically, the way he was playing, he could have shot 57.
Yeah.
And my final bit of news, Brandel Chambly is in the news this week.
Good old Brandel.
Good old Brandel saying that the haters are comical because, Brandel Chambly has hot takes of his own, I
Yeah.
guess. They're more of complaints rather than hot takes. But hey, that's my opinion, and I guess I'm a hater. So haters are comical, he says, on the Subpar podcast, that everybody who is against his opinion, and this is kind of how it comes out, everybody who is against his opinion is just trying to discredit his playing career. Now, Brandel Chambly did make it to 57th in the world. He's qualified for the U.S. Senior Open twice in a row now. He has one PGA Tour win. It was the Greater Vancouver Open, won over Payne Stewart by one stroke. And his best major finish is a T18 in the Masters. So, is Brandel Chambly worth discrediting, or is it just well known that he is a hater in his own right and can't take what he dishes out?
Okay.
Honest question.
So there were two guys on the Golf Channel who I have a lot of respect for, and I sort of consider them in the same position. One is Brandel Chambly. I've got a lot of respect for him. Winning on the PGA Tour, even if it's like the Vancouver Open, like what's that? The Canadian RBC Canadian, whatever that is. Like,
I think it is now, yeah.
Yeah, like, and then the other one is Robert Damon? Robert Damlin? You know, the guy with the white streak of hair and he's always on Morning Drive?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He replaced Damon Hack
Yes.
on the Golf Channel, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
So they both have one win. They're both like golf lifers. One does Morning Drive because he's happy and he's chipper and he's fun and he's got a lot of respect for everybody. And he has hot takes, but then he also he sugarcoats them. Like he's always excited to see what happens in golf. Then you've got Brandel Chambly, who is just we've said this before, he's everybody's grandfather. Like, oh, we didn't do it like that back in my day. Oh, the ball flies too far. Oh, Brooks Koepka, and it's one of these things when you see your game changing that much, it's okay to say the 80s were different from the 90s were different from the 2000s, the 2000s were different from, up to up to 2020. Like you're allowed to say the game is evolving. I think he takes it personally that what did you say? His top 50, he was 59th in the world?
57th, I believe.
57th? Like him being 57th in the world now, he'd have a hard time on the Korn Ferry Tour.
Oh, yeah.
It's just.
Now, he does play. He did go back to competitive golf. In 2018, he plays on the Champions Tour. I get that. My concern is that
he didn't make the cut.
Has these hot takes.
Yeah.
No.
He had a hard time trying to make the cut, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
But, that opens you up to having hot takes about yourself. Now, we've gone after players like Patrick Reed. I've gone after Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah.
If Bryson were to come out publicly and say Gunnar Kane on the Swingdom podcast is a fool, I'd be like,
we'd make those t-shirts.
He said my name. Yeah, I'm a fool.
You know what I'm saying? We would make those t-shirts, yeah.
Yeah, or he'd be like, that Swingdom podcast is a load of trash. They don't know what they're talking about. Whatever, that's your opinion.
Yeah.
And I, you know what? Rightfully so, because I did speculate some horrible things. That's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
Brandel seems to have this problem where he wants everybody to say he's right. And when somebody doesn't, then they're just trying to discredit his opinion.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Look, I'm an educator. If you tell me that you don't agree with my teaching style, that's your opinion. It doesn't mean I'm going to change my teaching style. My teaching style is not detrimental to children.
No.
So, and I get great results. I'm not, you know what? That's fine. But
I think,
Brandel needs to Tone it down.
He does.
It's okay. You want to have hot takes. People have hot takes about you.
No, I
Fine.
think it goes a little bit further than that, which is like we make takes from the outside looking in.
Right.
Right? We're definitely outside the ropes in our wonderful offices talking about something we love talking about, which is a lot of fun. He still has that chip on his shoulder where he thinks he's on the inside talking looking around at everybody around him. And I just want to be like, as much as that's appreciated, like you're now a journalist. You're not on the inside anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
you're now on the golf has left you behind.
Yeah, there's only one guy who I think is on the inside, and that's Nota Begay. And that's because him and Tiger Woods are like this. But even
boys.
Yeah, roommates in college. So, but everybody else, even Rosie, I'm sort of like, you're on the outside looking in. Everything you say, I have to take with a grain of salt. I mean, the thing is at the end of the day, we're all trying to be our best version of journalists. Are we still calling ourselves journalists? Sure, why not?
We're audio journalists.
Nobody stopped us yet.
Nobody's telling us we can't be.
Yeah. And I think the thing is if your job is to guess, because that's all they're doing is guessing how people are going to play in the future or comment on how they played in the past, you're going to be wrong sometimes.
Right. We're wrong all the time.
And you've got to let that roll off your back and move on to next week. I think Brandel's biggest problem is that he gets stuck in the past.
Absolutely.
You're not on the PGA Tour anymore.
I think you're right.
Like, enjoy being a journalist. Yeah.
Right. Getting to 57 in the world is a big deal. Of course.
Yeah.
There are thousands of people trying to be professional players.
Yeah.
And if you're in the top 100 in the world, that's fantastic. I once knew this this guy who was a little bit older than me. I was really young. I was working at a restaurant, and he worked there as well. And in high school, the guy was a top 200 ranked junior tennis player.
Yeah.
And that was a huge deal.
Yeah.
So being 57th is a huge deal.
Question.
But you're not that anymore.
Question.
That was a long time ago.
I've got a quick question.
Yes.
Who's 57th in the world right now?
Let's look that up.
And I'm not saying, I know he's going to be somebody I've heard of, because I know everybody in the top 125, they're pretty special golfers. But the thing is like, we could probably name the top 25, and we are golf enthusiasts.
Yes. Ben On is the 57th ranked player.
Ben On, South Korean player?
Yep.
Yeah. He won 2 years ago.
Yeah, bookended by Bubba Watson and Jason Day.
If you had said Bubba Watson or Jason Day, I'd have been like, "Oh man, I should have known that. I feel terrible." But no, I didn't know that Ben On was 57th. If you asked me last year at this, the only thing that's great about being 57th is like you're 3 into playing the Masters, definitely.
That's right.
The thing is no, like, if you only get to 57th and then bounce out, people don't really remember you.
Right. Yeah. And while it's a great accomplishment, you have to realize that the list, the number one player in the world when you were 57th, wouldn't stand a chance. And
who's
as
the
far
57th
as
best basketball player of all time? Like, no one
of all time
of this year. Like, no one, like,
I don't know.
Nate Robinson.
Kelly Oubre Jr. I don't know.
Yeah, no one. That's what I'm saying.
Out.
Like, to The thing is I think a lot of people would like him, and a lot of people would take the things as he says better if he wasn't a crank, but he just is a crank. And it's nobody does it as good
He
as
does
we
get
did.
crotchety about it.
Yeah, and it's just sort of
Yeah,
like,
which is nonsense.
but you know what? It gets him that much more
No, I
time.
don't
People
know.
get that much more. Yeah. All right. There was another bit of news that I was going to bring up, but I got so distracted by 57th in the world in the mid 80s.
Yep.
I'll remember it at some point. We should probably go to commercial,
Okay.
unless you have more news.
I have no more news.
Oh, I've
That's
got a bit.
it.
I've got a bit of news.
We'll just start plugging in news.
A bit-
Go. Tell me.
Brooks Koepka subtly calls out Bryson DeChambeau for taking steroids.
Thank you. This is news. I texted the video of this to friend of the show, Thomas, my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
And I text him the little screenshot. I sent it to you as well.
Yep.
It came out the day after we dropped the episode where I speculated that this is a possibility.
So you know what that means.
Well, Brooks is on my side.
Brooks is a
Maybe
listener.
Brooks listened to the podcast.
Yeah. Hey, Brooks.
I think so. It can only mean that Brooks Koepka listens to our podcast.
So
Brooks, thank you.
I've had multiple people come out of the woodwork and say it wouldn't be unheard of. Test them. Test everybody. I think Bubba Watson and Ricky Fowler will be the first ones to pee in a cup in front of Olympic judges.
Well, so that they had to have been tested for performance enhancing drugs when they went to the Olympics.
Yeah.
So you can probably rule out Ricky. You can rule out Justin Rose.
Henrik.
Henrik Stenson. You can rule some guys out.
Yeah.
But Bryson, I tell you what, there is just absolutely no way he got that big, that quick.
I asked a good friend of the show, Andrew Mallon. You remember Andrew Mallon?
Uh-huh.
Should I use his name on the air? It's too late now. Friend of the show.
It's too late. We're not editing this.
Good. He's getting back into golf because of the show, which I'm excited about.
He's one of the guys. Andrew, as a matter of fact, is one of the several who have yelled at me about making Ricky a long shot. So
yeah. Well, you deserve that.
But we mutually agreed. Well, after speaking with him about this, he agreed that it is ultimately your fault for letting me do it. So
that's okay. Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, that's okay. He says, and he's never done it, but we have mutual friends who have, because he's into fitness. He does the bodybuilding. He does the friends of his have done like weightlifting, like big. What's it called?
Mm-hmm.
Big weight, like strongman stuff. And he's basically said,
yes.
Whenever there's money on the line, people are going to try to get bigger and do more. If they can figure out a way to cheat the system, if there's money on the line, they will. And 6 wins, what's that? $8 million? Yeah, I think if he is doing it, it's more than paid for itself.
Oh yeah, but really, I don't think that. I think this is more of a recent thing. I just had the hiccups there for a second. It's very strange. This is more recent, and if his goal was to get bigger, well, he achieved it.
Yeah, for sure.
I just don't see how your body can your body can take it on its own.
No,
that quickly.
All right, we're gonna do a read. Am I doing the read first, or are you doing the read first?
I'll do the read.
Are you doing the hearing aid read?
What are we reading?
I think you should do the hearing aid read.
I'm not going to do it. I want copy.
You want me to write you some copy?
To type something, please.
Can't you just ask me if I can hear you and then say, okay, fine. You know what? I'll do the bell tone read because I like doing it. You do the read. This is all staying in. Yeah.
Arguing about who's doing commercials.
This is what we do.
Fantastic. This is on brand. I want reads. I want copy to read so that I could do a read.
Okay. All right, Tony.
Thanks. It's high praise.
It's time for us to put down our bag and hear from our sponsors.
Hey, Gunnar.
Yeah.
So I've been
Hello?
I've been playing. Oh, you can't hear me, can you? Is it because you only have one
Having a
earbud
little
in?
bit of trouble. I think so. No, because it gets too loud with two in there.
Oh, okay. Because I'm allowed. Yeah. I mean, I learned that from Joseph Ridner. He owns and runs Beltone Hearing Aid Centers of New Jersey. You can get hearing aids from him, but I've learned how to talk loudly, how to use my outside voice inside, how to project from my diaphragm, because when you're talking to people who have hearing loss, that's how you have to talk to people. You need to speak from your diaphragm. You need to speak loudly and clearly and denunciate fully. So because I do that, you may not notice that you have some hearing loss.
Right. We're very fortunate. We're both loud talkers.
Yeah.
So you could keep in your car or on your headphones, you can keep your volume down a little bit
Yeah.
and still hear us.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Yeah, but this is also for people who may not have hearing loss themselves, but for people who feel like they have to talk louder and more clearly to the ones they love. If you feel like it's Christmas time and
That's
you're
right.
opening up presents and you're yelling at your family and friends, it might be time to tell them to take a trip to New Jersey, the New Jersey shore. It's beautiful this time of year. Not only can you tan and do your laundry, you can go to the gym.
There you go.
Is that the right order?
I'm telling you, it's going to catch on. Gym, tan, laundry, Jersey Shore, hearing aid centers.
Hearing aid centers, yeah. So you can go to the gym, you can get your tan, you can do some laundry, and then you can drive somebody with hearing loss to Beltone Hearing Aid Centers of New Jersey, where they can get a free hearing test. All you have to do is use the code word golf, GOLF, and they will give you a free hearing test.
Yep.
Don't worry if you don't use the code word golf. The hearing tests are still free. So please check out Beltone Hearing Aid Centers of New Jersey. The phone number is 732-888-9000. If you are outside of the United States, just add, +1. So it's +1 732-888-9000. Go and check out some hearing aids. Make the holidays easier for the family. Don't worry, you can still take them out when the Masters are on, so you don't have to hear anything else.
That's right.
Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Read done.
And now to your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
Woo, what a good read.
That was a good read.
That was fun. So yeah, we had golf this week. It was the Workday Classic Charity Open Invitational of Ohio.
Sure.
Close enough.
Not even. You know what? Forget it.
Yeah. This is basically the warm-up event for Memorial. Memorial is next weekend. If you didn't know this already, you'll know it by the end of this week. Tiger Woods is going to be there.
Finally.
Yeah. So there weren't as many in there. To be fair, there was a lot more in the top 25 than last week. Bryson DeChambeau, after winning last week, was not in the field this week. Gunnar was right. If you wanted to play in Memorial, you wanted to be here this week.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guarantee you the Memorial odds are going to be Justin Thomas, Colin Morikawa, and Victor Hovland. I bet you those are the top three.
Do you think Morikawa's going to take the week off?
Well, I'm just saying, if they play, those are either the top three, or 3 out of the top 5.
Okay,
I guarantee it, because there's no way you play lights out and then don't play lights out at the same course. Again.
Yeah.
And we got this wrong last week when we were previewing this tournament. I didn't think that a venue had hosted back-to-back tournaments. And I was wrong. I forgot that the U.S. Open and the U.S. Women's Open were hosted back-to-back at here we go. Cut all this out. The U.S. Open and the U.S. Women's Open were hosted back-to-back at Pinehurst.
Pinehurst number 2,
yeah, I was wrong about that.
I knew that. I just wanted to watch you struggle.
That's not fair. It's not right that you would let me drown.
No, to be fair,
in that sea of lies I was spewing on this podcast.
I knew it was no. So number one, that doesn't count. That's not it. It's the PGA. It's LPGA. It's not the same players on the same course 2 weeks. That doesn't count.
Right. So I was right in that.
Yeah, you were right in that. Number 2, I was gonna say just now. I was gonna say Torrey Pines, and I was like, no. I was like, I know the Pines is right, but it's Pinehurst number 2 in North Carolina. So in northern South Carolina.
Northern South Carolina.
Southern North Carolina.
No.
In the Carolinas.
It's in the Carolinas for sure.
It is in the Carolinas. All right. So no, so you weren't wrong. I'm not gonna do that because that's like saying it happened last year when the women's amateur was at Augusta National before the Masters.
It was, and it was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. That's like being like, sorry, no, but like drive, chip, and putt was like the weekend before. So like technically that's 2 events.
Yeah, drive, chip, and putt, right?
Like, and I'm not down. Like the LPGA, like it was a great show, but even the LPGA said like they should have put a week in between because like there were so many divots out there in so many of the important landing spots that even the LPGA said we wish we had an extra week for that to grow in.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting if there's going to be. Yeah. No, you weren't wrong. You were right. You were the opposite of wrong. Yeah.
I'll take it.
So that's good. What did you think of the first 2 rounds?
So I was all in on this tournament, even though it's a one-off and it's basically meaningless in the grand scheme of things. Forgive me for saying that, but I was in on it. So I was really in on the on Thursday, the Justin Thomas, Brooks Koepka, Jason Day group.
Yeah,
they played really well. Aside from Brooks Koepka, and I know that's one of your picks, but it was a good group. Okay, it was. It was a good group. Colin Morikawa.
Brooks Koepka still played well for your points advantage.
Absolutely, yeah. I was really happy to see. Yeah, I'm back. No, Colin Morikawa shoots a 65, 7 under. That's your low for the day.
Yeah.
Thursday's worst round goes to Matt Every, who cannot break 80, shoots an 81, 9 over par. Hallelujah, man of the people.
Man of the people.
Yeah, your boys floundered immediately in the point spread. But, sorry for yelling, everybody listening. We had not one, but 2 hole-in-ones, one coming from your boy Keegan Bradley.
Yep, I was very excited for that.
209, very good. And Jason Kokrak holed out for 197 on 16.
Ace alert. Ace alert.
Ace alert. 2 aces. What else do we have? We got to see a 9 shot on a par 3 from Ryan Palmer. Our hearts go out to you.
Man of the people.
We see you, Ryan. Man of the people. Holy moly. It was great. 1 in the water. 2 in the water from the drop zone. 3 in the water from the drop zone. Put it at the hole. Tapped it in. Fantastic. What I do want to get from you is now I am very unhappy about one thing from this tournament.
Yeah.
while I kick my desk here and my video shakes
In
all over the place.
anger.
In anger, there was a group of players who continue to test positive for the coronavirus, and that is Dylan Fratelli, Nick Watney, and Denny McCarthy. They were allowed to play, and they were just paired with each other. So there was a group
Ooh.
of players positive for the coronavirus who were allowed to play in this tournament.
They kept
I
that under the radar.
do not agree with this.
That's infuriating.
I don't agree with this.
You're breaching
Yeah.
your own bubble.
None of them. Yep, none of them made the cut. So that's kind of my issue here, is that they played while they were stuck together. What about before and after the rounds?
Well, the thing
They're not
is like
stuck with each other.
you're still in the same location, sort of between 10 and
Yes.
15 minutes apart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if another 2 or 3 guys tested positive. Let me put it this way. If they were last out, I would be okay with that. But still, it's front 9, back
Yes.
9, so you'd still cross their path at some point. I would try to figure out a way.
Yeah.
No, no. Bad job, PGA. Not good.
Bad job.
You can't preach like we need a
yes.
million tests. We need to take on this giant finance ourselves and then disregard the tests.
Right.
Sorry. I dropped something.
Whoa.
So no,
You all right?
I dropped I dropped a screw onto a plate. Just made a noise. So yeah.
Very nice.
So no, like you can't sort of pretend like you're worried about this bubble and everything. Is it just at this point like they've plowed too much money into bringing it back that they couldn't stop the train if they wanted to?
Look, my problem with this is, I hate to say it, this is boycott material, and not for fans. This is boycott material for players.
So
if you're going to let guys who are positive with COVID play, well, then I'm not going to show up.
Well, so this is I wanted to
talk
talk to you about this.
I would seriously consider not going.
Yeah.
If I were a tour player and you had 3 people, even one, I'd be like, oh, well, then you don't really care.
No, the whole point is that they find the players with it and get them out of there so that the entire tour doesn't come down with it. This was going to be the point that I was going to make. I wanted to ask this question specifically to you. So far, we've had Adam Scott refusing to play because he'd rather stay safe in Australia, where they've almost entirely there's not a whole lot of COVID. You have Justin Thomas saying it's great to be here in Hilton Head, but outside of the ropes is an actual zoo. Hilton Head seems to have no rules or barriers or anything. At what point do the PGA players themselves decide that it's too unsafe for them? At what point do the PGA players just sort of go, you're like what you promised me was going to be a safe environment. You're now jeopardizing the safety of not only me, my caddy, but our collective families.
Well, I think this is the point.
Yeah.
I think right now should be the point. Oh, if you're going to let these guys in, then.
Because what do you make for a miscut?
I'm always going to say this. This is a public. I don't think you make anything.
Oh, really?
I don't think you get money unless you make the cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last place in the end gets money, but not missing the cut. I think you're out.
Okay. Yeah. Then I disagree entirely. No, it's not. It's not. You're making yourself. It looks dumb. It looks real dumb.
It does. So, round 2.
Friday,
round 2.
This is when it started taking shape.
It did start taking shape. The fun group of the day was Patrick Cantley, Phil Mickelson, and Jordan Spieth. Yeah. Great time watching those guys. That was fun. Look, your low round of the day was an 8 under, so that broke my prediction at 7 under.
Yeah.
Kevin Streelman fires on all cylinders. And good old Chase Koepka and Ryan Palmer both struggle breaking 80 and shoot a 9 over 81. This is a lot of man of the people moments here.
Yeah, I did enjoy seeing Chase Koepka DFL.
DFL for sure. The cut line started at 1 under, moved to 2 under, and stayed steady there the whole day. What were you going to ask?
Who'd you say?
Chase Koepka and Ryan Palmer.
Yeah, but didn't Chase Koepka was DFL like in the 80s, wasn't he? Did I miss that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think so.
Like he couldn't even.
No, I'm saying so. Chase, yeah, not good. It wasn't
not good. Man of the people. He should play with us on Sundays.
Yeah, we should.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
That's all right. So we had 2 weather delays, and then round 2 got suspended from darkness.
I don't get that. Just put on some headlamps, use some glow balls. Like
I don't think it works that way.
Put some
Not for the pros.
put some glow sticks, play some house music, like just finish it up. Have fun.
That's right. That's right. This was a concerning day, though. JB Holmes withdrawals. We had a ton of withdrawals.
Yeah.
JB Holmes withdrawals after round 1. Cameron Percy through 9 holes in round 2. Grayson Murray through 10. Bo Van Pelt through 16.
Yeah.
Mark Hubbard through 16. And Matt Every through 16. So we had 6 total withdrawals.
That's huge.
Just in round 2.
That's huge.
It's huge.
Normally you get
one.
You get 1 and then you get 2 if there's an injury.
Right.
But you don't normally get 6. Oh, this is a good point. What if they started putting lights on the holes, but just like the last 6 holes?
Well, that would work.
Yeah.
If it was the last 6 holes, it would work.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, you could do that. You know, they light up courses in China and stuff.
I was gonna say, I think in like Abu Dhabi, right? Like it's too hot to play during the day.
Yeah, they light up courses. Yeah, so they have lit courses all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see your picks. Who got cut? Brooks at
BK
1 under par and Justin Rose.
Oh
yeah, Justin Rose through 2 days shot 10 over and missed the cut, obviously.
Yep, I was worried.
So
I was
down.
worried about them after Thursday. I was honestly worried about them after Thursday.
Yeah.
I put my foot. Said Colin Morikawa is not going to be ready after losing in the playoff.
You did say that,
but we'll get to that later.
Wrong.
Yep. Okay. Saturday.
You were wrong. All right. Saturday, we got to see Xander Schauffele. John Rahm did not play well.
No.
And Bronson Burgoon played pretty well in that group. That was a good group to watch.
Yeah.
Your low round was MJ DeFew. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He's from South Africa. He's low round of the day, 65, 7 under. Here's the best one we've had so far. Man of the people, Peter Malnati, 12 over 84. Join the club.
Join the club. Man of the people.
Absolute man of the people. No withdrawals in this round, though. So,
I'm just always curious. Like if you're in the pros, like do you just want to sit down after 12 and like have a beer in the gallery? Just be like, I'm good. I'm okay.
I'm done.
Or at least maybe finish playing, but at least like walk around with a beer or an adult beverage or a Gatorade or whatever.
Yeah, just phone it in.
Just John Daly it up.
So that's right. So at the end of Saturday, your leader is Justin Thomas, my guy.
Yeah.
With a 2-shot lead. And so your final group going into Sunday is Justin Thomas, Victor Hovland, and Colin Morikawa.
Yeah.
16 under Justin Thomas, 14 under Victor Hovland, and 13 under Colin Morikawa.
Yeah.
So, hey, looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So we definitely paid attention to that group. That was a really fun group to watch. Two young guns, Justin Thomas, who's definitely not even close to the peak of his career yet.
No, and
So
he's already got the
kind of a fight to the
PGA.
death.
Yeah, he's got the PGA already. He's got a major under his belt, a very important one to him because his dad is actually a PGA pro. So very proud of him for having the actual PGA trophy, the Wanamaker Trophy. But 2 weeks ago, it looked like JT couldn't hit the ball if it was sat on a tee in the middle of the fairway. So this was a big shift for him. This was a big shift. I mean, the people who were calling him out as the favorite, I was honestly surprised by it because 2 weeks ago he had a hard time making the cut.
Yeah, no, he really did.
Yeah.
No, and he shows up like nothing was ever wrong this week. So that was awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see, your low round of the Sunday was John Rahm. My guy redeemed himself, shot an 8 under 64. Bronson Burgoon and Cameron Champ tied for man of the people, 6 over 78. And we got ourselves a playoff in round 4.
Yeah.
You want me to go ahead and break down the playoff? It was really good.
Yeah. I mean, I sort of have I have an idea, but you do your thing. I'll just do the color.
Yeah, do the color. So there were 3 playoff holes. The first hole was probably the most exciting.
Ooh, it was a good one.
18. It was a good one. So Justin Thomas, Colin Morikawa are tied at 19 under going into the playoff. They tee off on 18. Let's see. Morikawa puts it in the bunker. JT puts it in the rough. They both get on the green from their lies.
Ooh.
JT is 50 feet 6 inches from the pin.
Green in regulations.
Morikawa is 24 feet 3 inches from the pin, and they both make birdie putts.
Yeah, JT was incredible. JT was pumped to hit that 50-foot birdie shot. To be fair, anybody would. And then
it was sweet, dead center.
I think Henrik Stenson might need to come over to Colin Morikawa and give him, the Iceman nickname.
Yeah, they might have to.
Yeah.
Let's see. So
they
go to a second playoff.
Yeah. To be fair, if Colin hadn't made that 24-foot putt, I don't know how confident. So let's just say it was like JT misses, he pars it. Colin putts it to 4 feet. I'm not sure how much confidence I have in him making that 4-foot putt.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I think he really rode the wave of that 50-footer going in to dial in that 24-footer.
Yeah.
Let's see. They go back to the 18th tee box after making birdies. They both get on. There is a 9-foot putt on JT's side, and Morikawa has a 21-footer, almost 21-footer. Justin Thomas grazes the edge of this putt, the right edge, and they both settle for pars. And then on the final playoff hole, they go to 10.
Yeah, they go back to the 10th.
Justin Thomas misses a 14-foot putt after having to chip out from behind a tree.
Yeah.
And
he missed the green. Those greens in regulation are important.
Right. Well, he got plugged behind a tree off the tee, had to chip out, and then had 14 feet for par and couldn't make it. And Morikawa just 2 putts in for the win. Very nice.
Yep. His second win on tour.
Yeah.
He got a milkshake. He got a milkshake from Jack's Place. That's good.
He sure did. Posed with a milkshake in the trophy.
Yeah, he is so far the only winner of the Workday Charity Classic Open Invitational at Memorial in Ohio.
Yep.
So
goes down in history.
One and done.
One and done. Easy peasy.
Easy. Yep.
I love it.
Yeah, it was good. It was fun. The playoff, you don't see them that often anymore. It was great to see it go to 3 holes.
Yes.
To see JT make that 50-footer and then see Colin Morikawa make that 24-footer. I stood up for both of them.
It was so clutch.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
clutch golf. That's why they're pros and we're not.
Mm-hmm.
You want a points breakdown? Because I tore you up this week.
Ugh.
I'm just gonna give it to you anyways. So
Fine.
Keegan Bradley, you had Keegan Bradley top 10. Nope. I had
I
Ricky
thought I had him-
Fowler
I
top
thought I-
10 as a
I-
long shot.
I thought I had Keegan as top 20.
You did not. We
But-
can go back.
But either way, he
and
didn't
look at
make
the
top
tapes.
20.
I know what you said. No,
Okay.
he didn't. No, he
didn't
was
make-
tied 39th.
I had him as
So,
top 40.
You can be wrong twice. I don't care. Oh, you did? I had him. I parlayed my entire bet. Keegan Bradley tied for 39th. Exactly. How many points do I get?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we both missed our long shots. Let's see. John Rahm ties for 27th. No bonus points, but I
Yep.
still get the full week.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Thomas obviously comes into second. I get 500 bonus points. And my guy Patrick Cantley tears it up on the 4th round. 7 under par, moves into tied for 7th. I get another 500 bonus points. And your boy Xander, who that's all you have left, tied for 14th. So you get a top 20 bonus for him. I am now in the lead by 200 and some odd points. You're welcome. Came back strong. 1,000-point swing. I'm the grand champion.
I should have gone chalkier than I went. That's all I'm saying.
You should have.
I should have gone chalkier than I went. I took some risk.
You should have.
You went chalk.
We're trying to get points here.
You went chalkboard, and I went with my gut, which worked last week. Matthew Wolff coming back to kill it, but
you say I go chalkboard. I make my own board. I think it's important for everybody who's listening to know I do my own board. I don't go to other boards. I make my own board. I put that together.
Sure.
So
using the other boards on the internet.
Chalkiness.
Yeah.
Well, I like to compile boards, but I don't go to a board and say, all right, these are my like you were looking at the betting website. I don't do that. And I happen to have all 3. I had the top 3.
But where'd you get your information out of strokes gained, didn't you?
So I look at course histories, and then I decide whether it's a strokes gained off the tee, strokes gained in approach, or strokes gained putting.
Usually it's all 3.
No. It's usually your winners are the best, or your top players are the best in one of these fields. They're like the top 5 in just one of them.
Okay.
And then I go and I pick my top players for who has that currently.
Okay.
It's very chalky, but I make my own board.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a good board. I'm glad you go and you cut the slate yourself and then look at everybody else's boards to make sure it looks just like theirs.
That's kind of true.
All right. Are you doing the read?
Don't give out my secrets. I guess so.
All right. What are you doing? Hot mic?
Hot mic.
Hot mic. All right. Here you go.
It's time for us to put down our bag and hear from our sponsors.
All right. If you have a cell phone that is smart enough to have an app store on it, go on the app store, type in Hot Mic, and click that download button. Create an account, use invite code GOLF, and watch with us, the Swingdom, as we comment on your favorite sport, golf.
Yes.
Watching together with Hot Mic is awesome. Don't have to listen to Brandel Chambly talk. You can listen to Ben and I talk because we're awesome. Right?
We're just as funny as
Mic,
David Faraday.
We're just as funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, with American accents.
Yep.
Not that it matters. We have just a different joke style, I guess. Actually, we just say stuff. We're not very funny. All right, watching TV alone is no fun. Hot Mic's revolutionary sync technology and innovative set of features brings you together with your friends in an interactive and fun experience. You can watch a game from any TV service on any screen. We're a second screen app. Okay, that's what Hot Mic is, which means they don't tell you where or how to watch. So you sync up your phone's audio to the TV audio, and just listen to us comment in real time. We have good takes, so listen to us. Like I said, download the app, type in golf, GOLF. Let's Hot Mic know that we sent you there. And then subscribe to our page on there.
Yeah.
Okay. And then every time we go live, the Hot Mic app notifies you and said, hey, the Swingdom's live on Hot Mic right now. Then you can just listen. You don't have to watch TV. You can listen to it like radio.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. So
last week I commented.
App, invite code golf. Get it done.
Last week I commentated on it as if it was radio because I was not in front of the TV. I was on a golf course.
You were not.
Yeah.
That's right. You were on the golf course.
I think I'm going to do that again this Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah, just for a little bit.
All right.
All right.
Hot Mic.
Hot Mic. Download the app.
And now to your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
Okay, welcome back to the Swingdom. That was a great read, Gunnar.
Yeah, we're just reading stuff. Just reading.
Good job.
I like doing commercials.
Yeah, they're fun.
They're
fun. So this week we're trying something a little bit different. I've got a quick would you rather. Would you rather be the only winner of the Workday Charity Classic Open at Muirfield in Ohio, or would you rather win the Memorial?
I can't say that I think winning on the PGA Tour is really all that matters at that point. But I do like the idea of being the only one to have won a tournament.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with that one.
Okay.
Only winner of the Workday.
I'm going to go with winning the Memorial because it's Jack's tournament. It's got Jack's name all over it.
It is.
It's at Jack's place. You got Jack's milkshakes. And Tiger's won it 5 times. So it's got
You join the list with Tiger.
Yeah. Maybe not 5 times, maybe just once. But it is sort of, I'd say, it's 6 of one, a half dozen of the other. It would be cool to be the only winner of one. But I just think it would be cool to sort of, say, hey, Tiger, I got one of these. I'm on my way.
Plus, Jack waits on the 18th tee and congratulates you for winning.
Tee or green?
Or in the green.
Yeah. You get to give him a hug, but not this year.
Everybody knows what I'm talking about.
I know. I was just making sure. I was like, that'd be great if he was like, do you know how much I'd be up by for him to be congratulating me on the 18th tee? He's like, Ben, look, you're up by 5.
So many.
I wanted to get to dinner. I just wanted to make congratulations. Look, there's water on the left. Just hit your pitching wedge 6 times and you'll still win. Okay, see you later. Bye. Congratulations.
That's right.
Here, can your caddy just carry this trophy up to the green with you?
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
No, so I would definitely take winning the Workday ones. But cool. Whatever. Winning's winning.
All right. Next, we're doing what's in the bag. Last week we did what's in the bag. No, we did Gunnar's what's in the bag.
We did my what's in the bag.
This week we're going to do Adam Mugdad Coupland's what's in the bag. It was his idea to do what's in the bag, so we are going to do his what's in the bag.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
So are we you think we'll mock him mercilessly, or do you think we'll be quite proud of him?
I don't know. I'm gonna look these all up as we go.
Okay.
So Mug Dad, here's your
Mug
clubs.
Dad, yes.
Mug Dad, big stick. We're gonna go down the line. So we're gonna start at driver, go all the way down.
You always
Mug
do.
Dad has a United K, 2016 United K Series driver.
Yep.
They 10.5 degrees
Yep.
and a 52 gram stiff flex shaft, which sounds to me like it's got a little bit more bend than your like my driver shaft would be stiffer than this one, but not at extra stiff.
Yeah. This is his slicing club. He slices this club a lot.
It probably because it's only 52 grams. Now it is a nice driver. It looks slick.
It's a collectible now. I'm pretty sure United K went defunct. I'm pretty sure he should put this in a glass case and save it because I think they don't make these anymore.
I ain't mad at it. Now the face looks like it doesn't have as many grooves as a typical driver would have, but
Okay.
hey, if it works, it works. That's what I
Yeah.
always say. Let's see. He has a 3 hybrid, 21 degree 3 hybrid Slazenger.
Yep.
K1.
Yeah. I think that's got a regular shaft in it.
I'm looking this up. It has a stiff shaft as well.
Stiffed, okay.
But I've never seen this, so I have to look it up.
I think it's a pretty standard 3 hybrid. 21 degrees, that's what mine is.
Yeah, it is.
It's a rescue, so it's
huge plate on the bottom of it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's hybrid
Very
/
nice.
rescue. It does the job, right? I mean, yeah. What are you looking at next?
Yep. I have to type while I'm talking. Let's see. We're doing the irons. Now, we skip woods because he said he's in the market for a new 3 and 5 wood.
Yeah.
So we're skipping over those.
I said don't.
Pretty limited in in approaches.
Yeah. I was going to tell him to skip the 5 wood and get a good 3 wood and then use your 3 hybrid instead of your 5 wood. Yeah. So don't worry about getting both of those. Just get the 3 wood. He's got tailor-made extra XD 360s.
He does. Now I'm looking at these. These look like they're forged.
Yep.
They're pretty much a cavity back.
Yes.
I'm trying to get a bigger picture of them.
They came out, I think, in the mid 2000s. I think they're about 15 years old.
Yeah.
I think
they're solid enough that they look like they can hold up for a long time.
Yeah, I think they're the predecessor to the Rocket Blades.
That might be right.
Might be right. And the XD stands for extra distance. So they're a forgiveness iron.
Yeah.
So I think the angle's going to be a little bit strong. I think I think the angle on them is going to be a little bit strong, but they should be forgiving. Always, always, always. Even if you just look it up on the internet yourself, even if you feel like fitting yourself for irons, always try to see if you can figure out how to fit the length of your irons because it'll save you more on trying to figuring out the lie is quite difficult. But if you can figure out the length of the shafts, that's good. You should try to do that. I think the shafts are the shafts regular or stiff?
The shafts seem to be regular.
Yeah. So, and it is hard to play clubs that are different shaft stiffnesses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely. All right. So he has 1 wedge in the bag. Is that right? He has a pitching wedge, the TaylorMade wedge, but this is a 50 degree TaylorMade RAC wedge. This is a really good older model wedge. I do know that they made a tour preferred model of this wedge for tour players. So it was a high end wedge in its day. And hey, if you can keep the grooves clean on that and sharp, I bet you can hammer some spinners out there onto the green.
You can go after some
Um,
pins.
Yeah, pin seek all day. And
Yep.
then Mug Dad's putter is a Tour Select 835 Z11 putter. This is, am I right that this is a 3-ball putter?
I think
That
so.
there's three circles on it. It's a mallet shaped putter. It's got a large circle on the back.
Yeah.
And then a medium circle in the middle, and then a small circle in the
Yes.
front
Yeah.
to help you line up putts. It has his either has like a milled insert in the face or a like a plastic insert in the face, and then it has a cavity on the bottom of it to reduce the weight.
Yeah.
It's a good putt. I actually have a Callaway 3-ball putter that came out in like 2017.
Yeah.
I like the putter. These 3-ball putters are really really solid
I know.
and really
Yeah.
easy to
I know
pull
you
back
play with a Scotty Cameron, and as much as everybody loves a good Scotty Cameron, if a putter works for you, stick with it. And even if it doesn't work for you, stick with it just a little bit longer. Don't just upgrade your. The thing is every putter is going to weigh differently, the shaft length, all that sort of stuff. They're all going to have a different feel. I can't tell you how much I love my $60 Nike Method 2 drone. And I don't know that I would give it up for a brand new Scotty Cameron. Just because I've been using it for 6 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give my Scotty, well, and I've told you the story. It took me 6 months to find a new putter.
Yeah.
I tried for a long time with putters, and I finally put in the work, and I've never regretted it once getting the putter that I use now.
Yeah.
You got to put the effort in to finding the right putter. But hey, it doesn't matter. You're right. It doesn't matter what putter you use. If it works for you, it works.
Yeah.
Keep at it.
So Mug Dad has been playing golf for about 6 weeks now, and that's his set of clubs. Good starter set.
That is a really good starter set.
I think he's going to have a lot of room to build on. I think he's going to be able to get very comfortable with those TaylorMade XDs. And because they're a good version of an older model, he can upgrade these things, all of these things piece by piece. So he can go and get, if he wanted to, the TaylorMade Sims, and he would be very comfortable with those because he knows the TaylorMade clubs. If I had any suggestions, it would be nix the 5-wood because you've got a 3 hybrid. Unless you try a 5-wood and you hit it much better. Go for a 3-wood, and then take the time to properly gap your wedges. So you've got a 50 degree, should definitely get a 56 degree, and maybe even a 58, or like if you have 50 right now, maybe think about going 54 and 58. And don't worry about brand name or price or spec. Just get a club where you can spend a few years getting used to the loft.
Yeah, I think it's really important to get clubs that work for you.
Yes.
So I ended up with almost all Titleist.
Yeah.
However, I cannot hit, and I hate the feel of Titleist drivers. I hate the feel.
Yeah.
I hate the takeaway, and I just hate the feel on impact. And I play with Cobra, long, woods and hybrids and drivers. Just because I love the feel. They're good. I love the way they look at a dress. Yeah. All that. They're very good. I love that
they're also a little bit cheaper.
But that's for me.
Yeah. Like when I look at a driver and I see that it's $350 or pounds for a driver, and I'm like, ooh, that's expensive. The last thing I want to do is look next to it and see another one for 500 pounds or $500. Like the thing is there's very, very few people out there who consider golf clubs an investment. Number one,
Right.
they're not going to get better with age. You're going to beat them up. Number two, like you know 6 months down the line, there's going to be a new driver, and that one that you just bought is going to drop by $100. So go for feel, try out some oldies. A lot of the companies that do secondhand clubs do 30-day returns. That's plenty enough time to get out and be on the driving range 5 or 6 times and really get a feel for it. So do that.
Absolutely.
That's good. That's a good what's in the bag. We crushed that.
Crushed it.
All right. What did you do what did you do in golf this weekend?
So I didn't do anything in golf because I was in Virginia Beach.
No, that's right. They don't have any golf
helping
there.
out my sister. Well, they do, but I was helping out my sister for the day. But we are going to a golf course this afternoon to go play. And you know what? Friday, Gavin had a tournament.
Yeah.
He did not play as well as he wanted to, but that's okay. He still played great. And let's see, I regripped my clubs. I extended his putter. And yeah, we're just playing golf.
That's good.
And then in a couple of weeks, we're going on vacation to North Carolina, and we're going to play at a top golf course in North Carolina from Golf Digest. So that's going to be exciting.
It's a lot of plugs right there.
And yeah, and then there's going to be we're looking at a beachfront course that we're going to go play, so we can play golf and look at the ocean at the same time.
That's very, very cool. That's one of my favorite things to do. Cool.
I've never played by the beach, so I'm excited.
You should be.
I am.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was waiting for you to ask. On Saturday. Oh, so last week we won the second round of our men's foursomes match play. Me and John, and so we won that 2 up, 1 to play. And that was tough. That was tough.
Yes.
One guy was a 29 handicap, one guy was a 26 handicap. It's definitely hard to tell who's playing in their handicaps. I think that's just a tough thing to do. I think you're right. I think there does need to be more scratch tournaments at the golf club. Like like, the thing is like as a 10 handicap, I can go out there and play worse than a 20 handicap. Like
that's true.
It's just sort of on the day, isn't it? Like I don't know how often it happens, but I think they should start doing some of those. It's a good excuse for players who aren't as good to play with better players. And then it's also a good excuse to see if the best players really are the best players.
Yeah, I think you should just use handicap as a measure of your abilities overall, and not as a weight to affect the outcome of a match.
No, and I also
PGA
think
Tour players don't have the same. They don't have the same handicaps.
No.
You know, some are scratch, some are 1s and 2s.
Yeah, I was gonna say the other thing. I think I'm gonna see if we can do more medals and less Stableford. So more stroke play, less Stableford.
Right.
Because the way Stableford works is if you birdie a hole, it's worth 3 points. If you par a hole, it's worth 2 points. If you bogey a hole, it's worth 1 point. If you double bogey, it's worth 0. So say you're playing a par 4 and you don't have any handicaps on the hole, you don't get any strokes on it, and you hit your 6th shot and it doesn't go in. Well, you pick up and you go to the next hole. So you don't know if you're 2 or 3 putting or whatever. Right. You don't know what you're doing stroke play wise. So I think it's interesting, but I don't know how accurate it is towards like actual stroke play handicap, because I could go in with, say, 12 points or 15 points or whatever, and then like, because I've got and still have like way higher on my stroke play index just because of whatever. So that was fun. I did that. I think it was Friday.
See, in that,
yeah.
Well, I'm saying in that you should just putt out and count your strokes and then add the stable for points up at the end.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
how
and
I would do it.
That's what we
just so you can get a good sense.
That's what we sort of do. We sort of like we do both anyway. Like, we go out on Tuesdays and Thursdays and we play in the roll-ups, and we all have a bunch of fun. We usually have like a drink after. It's like a real sense of community at the golf course. I absolutely love it. But we all end up playing stroke play anyway. So I don't know if Stableford is just easier to like put your points in, or if it's easier to just put in your, I don't know. It might just be easier to do stroke play. I mean, it might just be easier for whoever's putting in all the scores to do Stableford. But either way, it's sort of weird. All the handicaps are going to change when they come out with the new handicap system next year anyway. So that's all going to change. On Saturday, I played in the mixed foursomes. So it was me and I had a lovely partner named Allison. We played off of a 24 handicap. We came in 9th out of 20. So top 10, top half, top 10.
Good.
But alternate shot in competition format is hard.
It really is hard.
There's a lot of pressure. It is really hard. And then this morning,
a lot of pressure, a lot of stress.
I lost 3 of her golf balls. I think we would have done much better if I didn't lose 3 golf balls. So that was it. Yeah, it was just fun. It was, again, more people at the golf club that I don't normally see. I got to play with them. And then today was my gents summer single match play. So it's me versus a wonderful gentleman named Fred. I won 3-2. I was just really proud of myself for like playing tournament golf, getting my head into tournament golf shape.
Yeah.
I texted you ASAP golf last night. And what that, I wanted to come up with an acronym that would put me in the mindset for tournament golf. And I came up with ASAP.
I have no idea what you were talking about.
So it's aim, stance, alignment. So then I align myself. I stand where I want to stand, get my ball position. I align myself. And then the P stands for either practice swings or patience. Those are interchangeable depending on how I'm feeling. So I look down at the glove, I see aim, stance, align, practice. So I know to take a few practice swings, have a bit of patience, hit a good shot. It worked for me. I wouldn't say that it's changed my game, but I played well and it was fun and it was worth it and I had a blast. And I still bought Fred a drink afterwards because I did beat him and I did feel a little bad. But I played steady golf.
Well, good. I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah, I played good steady golf. So the next guy I'm playing is a 6 handicap, so I get 5 strokes on him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting. Like, that's sort of
very good.
I think they should do it both ways. I think you should get strokes in one tour. It wouldn't hurt them to have more tournaments for us because we would be there all the time.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Not You're like there all the time now anyway.
Yeah, I'm there all the time now anyway. So that was my weekend. This weekend coming up, well, I'll tell you about it in the midweek show, in the preview show.
Yeah.
We're going to try to get Smithy on from Smithy Golfs in the next few weeks.
Yep.
Anything else you want to add?
Nope. I'm ready to go.
All right. So where are you going to play golf?
We're going. So our old golf course that we used to belong to, Rapidan Golf Club,
Somerset,
shut down. Yes, it was Somerset Farms. Then it was Rapid End Golf Club. We were there for that. And it shut down from coronavirus. Then it changed. It stayed shut down because it changed owners. They've done a ton of work on it. It has reopened under new ownership as Somerset Farms again. And so we're going to go check it out today. We're going to go play it. It's only been open for 4 days now. So we're going to go
tear it up.
Break it in.
You're going to tear it up.
Yep.
Just
that's where I shot my 66.
Take a picture of the bunkers, because the bunkers will tell you how much they took care of it.
Yeah, so I was talking to the guy yesterday. They were really where most of the greens had died, which is kind of why we left the course. Because so the guy I talked to, they're putting in all new bunkers next week.
Yeah,
and they're paving the driveway and the parking area in 2 weeks.
Oh, cool!
They're putting a ton of money, ton of work in. Yeah, so we're really excited. We're gonna go check it out. I know they made some greens bigger. They changed the slopes of some greens. So yeah, it should be a great day today.
Oh, quick tangent. Next time I'm back in Virginia.
What's that?
Tangent?
Yes.
Next time I'm back in Virginia,
yes.
We're gonna do a video, or we might even do an on-course like podcast. Me and you, best ball, play Lake of the Woods to beat John Daly's course record there.
Okay.
Have you played Lake of the Woods yet?
We're gonna play a scramble. Yeah, a few times.
Yeah.
We're gonna play a scramble format.
See if we can break 62.
Yeah. So for anybody listening, just 30 minutes up the road, John Daly went to Orange County High School and here in Virginia for 1 year and belonged to a club called Lake of the Woods Golf Club. And as a high schooler, set the course record at 62 and then moved the next year. It's absolutely a legendary story. And I totally agree. We'll go break the course record in a scramble format.
Yeah, in a scramble format.
Captain's choice.
That's right. Yeah. All right, Gunnar, thank you. And
I think we can.
I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. So don't forget, go check us out on iTunes. If you do listen to us on iTunes, rate and review us. That helps us out a lot. Go check out our YouTube page, The Swingdom. Subscribe, click the bell, get notified. You can watch our podcast on there as well. And all the great video content that Ben puts out. Go to Instagram, or IG as the kids call it, at The Swingdom, Twitter at The Swingdom, and check us all out on Facebook. That's it.
Bye.
That's it. And hot mic. Don't forget that.
Hot mic. And hearing aids.
And hearing aids, please.
All right. Bye. Bye.
See ya.
You've been listening to The Swingdom. Remember, we're just two guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given.